Fallout 4, no supports needed. A look at the settlement safe house, or at least mine. Anyway, at some point I finally did the local leader and put some caps towards the cap collector. I believe there's 3 perks you need to do. But anyway, at a certain point in the game, I'm like, man, I kind of like to have my own thing, and these other houses didn't really work for me. So I was telling my friend at work that I'm like, yeah, I made a house that's kind of suspended in air. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I didn't really like the way it was on the ground and this and that. So I put a stair up, and then I put a floor down, and it just kind of went from there. So Sanctuary is pretty much my main hub, and it's where I decided to call home. Basically, when you fast travel, you're right there at that carport. So I was constantly coming up here to scrap all my junk and everything. And then eventually I was like, man, it'd be nice just to have my own little spot. But seeing some of the videos I've seen on YouTube and people doing what they've done, it's just not for me. I mean, that's the great part about the game. I mean, if you want to build yourself an oasis, you can do that, and put pictures and dressers and chairs and fans and lights and all that. I'm just not into that. I just basically need a bed to sleep in, the fast through time. And then I also was starting to get a lot in my miscellaneous folder, all the magazines and the bottleheads and all that. This little part, I'm sure gamers out there, they know how to scrap. I did this just to show my buddy at work, because I tell him exactly, what you have to do to kind of make materials out of all your junk. And I'm like, yeah, you just go up there, you drop it on the ground, you go into your inventory, and you just start scrapping everything. So I just wanted to throw this in there to kind of show him, because he doesn't really know a whole lot about Fallout. So, and then I've been doing a lot of cooking, the Deathclaw steaks and all that, the stuff that they give for you. I was like, hey man, this is some good shit here. The squirrel soup giving you double or times 2 XP. I was like constantly making the food to kind of help you out a little bit out there. I mean, now they got this new survival mode. It's not really my thing, but anyway, in the front of Sanctuary, I just had like a guard tower thing or whatever you call that in front. But now that I got supply lines coming in and out of Sanctuary, I got like Brahmin coming up in here all the time. So in the front of here, I kind of made this little bridge, and no supports needed, just kind of stair to stair, and made a deck up here, put all my turrets up here. I don't seem to get attacked as much like I used to be. I don't know, it's like all of a sudden scorpions would just pop out of the ground and that kind of thing. So since I made Sanctuary my home, or my base, if you want to call it that, I went ahead and put some vendors up there.
Hey, I just
and
wanted
over here at the castle, I kind of did the same deal. I've been constantly over on this side, and I come here and just wanted to sleep. So this particular place is a couple stories high. I wanted it up, really up out of the way. So one set of stairs to a deck to another set of stairs, and put a floor, and then maybe a little house up there. Then underneath, went ahead and go ahead and did some vendors down here. Mostly putting like a lot of food and bartenders down there, because I'm constantly looking for squirrel bits to make the squirrel soup or stew, whatever you want to call it. I'm like, I really like that, but now it seems like I can't find the ingredients to do it. But this is over at the castle, and I've seen some videos. Guys have really made this into some kind of, I mean,
look at you.
They went nuts on it, but it's just not for me. I mean, they're like, they had the gaps filled up and this and that, and I just needed a place that no one else was going to be in here, so I could just, if I'm over at the castle, I could just sleep. And there is absolutely nothing in here. A bed and a dresser if got something that I want to save. But that's about it. I mean, compared to what I've seen out there, people have really gone to town, but I am just not going to spend the hours to do that. I mean, guys like I made a guard tower here and a little area from to sit down and drink and talk, and I was just like, all right, that's just not me. But that's the beauty part of the game. I mean, sort of like customizing your character. I mean, do whatever you like. If you want to spend hours on hours making yourself a crazy crib, then you can do that. But that's just not for me. I mean, and some of the settlements, I don't know, for some reason I'm not getting attacked like I used to. Putting the turrets around, but I was like, well, I'll just make an elevated platform. And I did it on quite a few of the settlements. I actually went ahead and made raised platforms and put turrets everywhere. I was like, yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. So over in my crib in Sanctuary, again, I am not putting up ceiling fans and lights and pictures and all that, but I would like to get rid of some of the crap in my miscellaneous folder, if you want to call it that. But anyway, I got like almost all the bottleheads, I think, exception of 4 of them. So I wanted to get them kind of on display. And then I've been really, between doing stuff, I seek out the magazines. You know, in the beginning part of the game, you know, I was looking for the bullet magazines to help my shooting, and then the awesome magazines and all that. So, kind of like, man, kind of like to get these out of the Pip-Boy here. So, went ahead and made some magazine racks and put them all up into there. And that's just me. I kind of like to clear out the folder a little bit. The miscellaneous side here. I mean, there was so much stuff in there, so went ahead and made some magazine racks and transferred them over. So I'll seek out some magazines and then do a mission, and then any other missions that might come along, like I was seeking out a magazine, and then when I look at an area, see, I think I got all but 4 here of the bottleheads. And it may not be mission related, but a lot of places have side quests. I was just at some kind of quarry, and the guy asked you to go down and do some pipes and this and that, and then there was a side quest, and then there was a ton of raiders in there, so it's all good for me, man. The more shooting and killing, the better. That's what it's all about. Anyway, that's my little Sanctuary deal, and look at my crib.